First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Wakako Das, double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone that taught us this true citation, all Yaki. I'm pushing this word day in and day out, man. Hey, this is why you gotta fear the Lord, man. Be circumspect, watch your surroundings, watch these satanic gatherings that ain't of the Lord, man. So let me play this quick video, man.
Online to plan for a funeral, something they would have never planned for, never prepared for, never would have expected. Live in Stockton, Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.
We're also hearing from the families of those impacted. ABC 10's Gabriel Porras has been on scene every day since the night of that tragedy, and he spoke to the family of the 14-year-old victim from Modesto.
And Gabriel, tell us, what have they shared with you today?
Yeah, Chris and Laura, I sat down with the family of 14-year-old Amari Peterson. The word devastating doesn't even begin to cover it. That family gathered inside of this building on Saturday to celebrate the birthday of a 2-year-old. They would have never imagined that just 48 hours later, it would turn into a memorial for their own child. I want to warn you that the details the father shares about the final moments of his young son's life are simply gut-wrenching. Any father remembers the day their child is born.
He was just like the perfect gift from God.
But this father, Patrick Peterson, is now burdened to live with the day his son died.
See, y'all people are bugged out. It's lucky for pausing this shit. He set up a whole altar.
All I could see is my son crawling.
Let me
The day their child is born.
He was just like the perfect gift from God.
But this father, Patrick Peterson, is now burdened.
Yeah, this is show you the wickedness of our people. They putting fucking altars up, burgers and Five Guys, burgers and fries and fried chicken and shit. Memorial, his favorite meal when he was on the earth, cornbread and shit. That shows you the wickedness of 2/3 of our people, and he wonders why judgment is falling upon his household, man. All right, because that nigga's wicked, man. All right. And the mom is too. A wicked man is given unto the portion of a wicked wife. Roughly paraphrasing.
To live with the day his son died.
All I could see is my son crawling on the ground and me trying to resuscitate him.
At just 14, Amari Peterson took his last breath.
You got the Christmas stockings in the house. This is a bugged out family.
He had one bullet hole right above his heart.
Amari and his family, a few of the dozens on Saturday who were just trying to celebrate the birthday of a 2-year-old.
I just heard gunshots, and then the shooter came in, and he came in. I turned my back and I looked at him, and then I just started seeing him shoot. Just sit down.
Patrick's daughter was grazed, and in the panic before he could even raised, and in the panic.
You see his wife.
Just sit down.
His wife's more than likely an Israelite foreigner, either like a Filipina or Samoan woman, okay, or, Southeastern Asia woman. Most of them Jakes in Southeastern Asia, most of them people in Southeastern Asia, believe it or not, they are Jakes, man, all right? That's why they're the poorest amongst all the Asian countries, man. China, Hong Kong, those are heathens, right, for the majority. But when you go to Southeastern Asia, them Jakes are struggling out there, man. All right. So you got a lot of Jakes amongst some Samoan niggas too. I know certain guys don't want to hear that. But that's just a fact, man. Look at Rocky and his mom's side of the family, man. You got heathens amongst them too, but you got a lot of Jakes, man. It's a balance.
Patrick's daughter was grazed, and in the panic before he could even react.
Everybody running off, and then my son is just sitting there, just crawling, trying to get up. So I got my baby. I had to hop back over the counter, and I'm trying to see what's going on with him. I'm trying to give him CPR and the bullet, and he just got blood coming out his face, and it's just something that a father should never have to go through.
What no one should ever endure is now on a painful replay.
Every time I get ready to lay down.
You got the Chazray Bourgier, so rappers, Christmas idols and shit, candles out there, man. So Jake is all the way bugged out, man, and they wonder why this shit happens to them. You know, I mean, it's a sad story. You know, this ain't something you laugh at because you like, damn, man, what if I had a son and, you know, I had to deal with that situation? That'll be heartbroken, devastating, you know, loss. Ain't no words can describe, you know, the type of situation this Jake had to go through. You could tell he got like a simple spirit on him, a folly demon on him, you know, but this is why he needs to turn back, man, to being an Israelite, man. The Lord spared him.
I'm like laying over my son while he's sitting there breathing, trying to breathe. Every day he would tell me, Dad, I love you. Dad, I appreciate you. Every night, every morning. Every night, every morning, that boy would tell me he loved me.
A loving boy, a gentle soul, a life taken.
He looked like one of them rap niggas. I can't remember his name. I think Yellow Beezy. One of them rap niggas, man. You know, I can't keep up with him, but he looked just like him.
In a community shaken.
He was loved by like so many people. He loved sports, he loved football, he loved basketball. You know, he ran a little bit of track, but overall, he was just a gentle soul. And I just can't see why God would let something like this happen.
And that is the question that so many people are asking tonight. Why did this happen? Right now, we don't know the answer. Investigators say they're working on it. So far, for now, this memorial grows with candles and flowers, and so many families now mourning. Amari's family tells me they've received so many calls and texts in the past 48 hours with people showing support. They are raising money online to plan for a funeral, something they would have never planned for, never prepared for, never would have expected.
Yeah, man, so that's how the story ends, man, for a lot of Jakes, man, just getting put to death. You know, public deaths, public shamings, because they're being wicked, eating porks, crabs, shrimp, lobster, celebrating Thanksgiving. You know, they probably just had the biggest Thanksgiving dinner known to man, right? A few days before this happened, because this is recent news, man. I mean, it's a sad story. You know, the young boy had to use his life. You know, he had his whole life ahead of him, like this world says. And tragedy happens. Why? Because the Lord, you know, is getting sick of you niggas, man. This is Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished, being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? So whoever died being, you know, unblemished, man, from sin, man. All right. I mean, it's nobody, man. All right. Really, we are all worthy of death, but through Yahweh Shai, the elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and their Israelite foreigners, whose forefathers goes back to such that I mentioned, right? So, amen. The Lord is going to have mercy on the 1/3, the elect of the nation of Israel, man. All right, but 2/3. Just like the ones you see in this video, you know, they getting jacked up on all levels, man. There used to be a segment on ESPN called You Got Jacked Up. All right. You know, it was all nothing but big hits. You know, they used to have it before Esau started softening the game, right? You know, making more appealing to women and children. All right. But yeah, 2/3 are getting jacked up here in Babylon. All right. So, hey, that young boy wasn't innocent. Let's say he didn't do nothing, no sin worthy of death in this life, right? You know, especially at his age, you know, he's just coming into manhood. If you're only 14, right? It's what in his past life he did something wicked, man, that the Lord, you know, had his day marked, man, had his day numbered, man. Like, look, I'm gonna get this nigga, I'm gonna have these guys come in here, shoot up, you know, they're gonna have a beef with somebody in his birthday party. They're gonna follow him here. They're gonna settle shit here with bullets, man. And 4 people is gonna die, and the death angels present that to the Lord, and the Lord like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah, let me see that play out, man. Let me see their family, cause hey, even though we show like compassion to like even some of the 2/3, like especially in that situation, because it's like, damn, that's fucked up. The man, holding his son like a movie scene and shit. He died in his arms. Be like, damn, that's fucked up. But that's what, with the Most High, that he don't really care, man. From above, they don't have that type of emotion because they know, okay, yeah, he gonna be in the spirit realm. So they like, but on earth, you in the flesh, you like, oh shit, niggas dying, it's a tragedy. Like I'm crying, you weeping and mourning because you're in the flesh, man. All right. Even as I've seen that they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same, man. So yeah, I mean, Jake, they into LGBT communities, especially on with the younger generation today. That's like a normal thing. Majority of these young Gen Z women, they into the LGBTisms. The same thing with I think he's 14, so he's probably like Gen Alpha. But he's like on the borderline of Gen Z or older Gen Alpha, He's either young Gen Z or older Gen Alpha. So I could say it correctly. So, they into that doctrine, man. Doctrine of devils, man. By the blast of God, they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils, they consumed. So the Lord controls life and death, man. All right. And, it's a sad situation. He was a young, handsome kid, young, cute kid, or young man, and the Lord took his ass. Lord don't care, you got a nice complexion, nice teeth, nice hair, good, perfect hair. Lord don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You was the next up and coming NFL prospect, 5-star recruit, you know what I'm saying, in college or high school and shit, man. You got 30 D1 offers. The Lord don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. It's all vanity, like King Solomon said, man. All right, it's all vanity. All right. Yeah, he's supposed to be the one, the dad mourning and shit. Oh man, what? He's supposed to be the one to take us out the hood, man. God, why God? Like he questioned God. That's the problem with Jake. Who the fuck are you to question God? Fuck nigga. I'm more mad at the dad than the wife or the son or whatever, brothers or sisters, because the dad's supposed to be in the right. I'm sure that dad, came across a Hebrew Israelite camp or heard of the Hebrew Israelites on YouTube or social media, etc. Man, all right, these are the same niggas that was laughing. Really, these are the same niggas that mocked the Lord, and then these are the same niggas back today, that laughed at the Drewski skits and shit like that, man. These are the same niggas, man, and judgments falling upon their households, man. So he had a ball with that that Drewski skit. He had a fucking ball, man. And now you lose your firstborn, man. And fear not them which kill the body, but are able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both the soul and body in hell, right? And this is hell right here, man. All right. This is fucking hell. It's captivity, man. Every day we ask the Lord, how long, shorten this devil's days, get us the fuck up out of here. Bring something, bring Jacob's trouble, because we were very close to Jacob's trouble, and believe it or not, with this whole food stamp situation. I mean, we're in the beginning stages now, but we're very close to the climax with the whole food stamp situation, man. All right, so then, it's Matthew 10 and 29. Are not two sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father, man. So this is the Lord speaking. So the Most High, why Yahweh Shai, why angels, they control the issues of life and death, man. All right. And they had it set, man. Like, look, this young boy, yeah, I know the family's gonna be devastated, but this young boy's gonna get hit the fuck up, man. You know, he's gonna get hit the fuck up. This YN in training. I guess he's not a YN yet. He's a jit. This little jit got hit the fuck up, man. What they call it, exit wounds, mortal fatality wounds and shit. Because, you know, when Jake, they come and shoot the spot up, they basically shooting with their eyes closed, trying to hit the try to hit the target, and they miss the target, and then they'll smoke everybody else, man. But guess what? That was a perfect target. Cause that's who the Lord wanted dead anyway, man. The dad being simple. I don't know why God, you know, you don't question God, man. That's one thing. Even them demons in the church will tell you that. You don't question God. God is perfect, man. You know, the Most High is perfect. His Son is perfect, man. Okay. I mean, it's a sad story, sad instance. You know, something you don't wish on your worst enemy, but besides Esau, of course. But you know, hey, the death angels came to collect, man. The death angels seen the wickedness of the niggas, especially during Thanksgiving, man. You know, they celebrated that shit. If you're not, oh yeah, I already got this. Are not two sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. So a sparrow, this is a little, you know, one of the smallest birds known to man, right? It's not gonna fall to the ground unless the Most High sanctioned it, man. So if them Jakes knew that scripture, they would know, like, okay, damn, God had his number, man. You know, certain people, you know, certain deaths do take a toll. I ain't gonna hold you, you know. Because scriptures say we mourn for 7 days. But certain deaths, I ain't gonna hold you. It take more than 7 days to, like, certain deaths do take more than 7 days to get over, man, you know. Because we're in the flesh, right? So the flesh is weak, you know, you may think of something that, you know, person that perished had, you know, used to like to do a certain saying, certain song they like. And then, you know, you're like, fuck, they no longer here, man. That shit remind me of them, man. The good times we had, but, you know, that's Yahweh Shai, he's going to wipe away all tears real soon, man. You know, of course, we're going to see the ones that, you know, passed before us in the kingdom, right? Or in the spirit realm, whatever. But, you know, and they with the Lord, man. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. You know, so that's the main thing. You know, you gotta have in your mind, not in the back of your mind, in the front of your mind. Look, they with the Lord, man. You know, they ain't gotta suffer in this flesh no more, eat this abominable food, be amongst these heathens and so forth, man. Pay bills. You know, subject to payments. This is fucking hell, man. It's Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season, a time, to every purpose under heaven. So it's a time for everything, right? Right now it's the time of our captivity. It's not the time of our rulership. It's the time of our captivity, man. A time to be born. So it's the time you come into the world, this earth, as a newborn baby, man. I mean, really, ain't nothing new, because of reincarnation. But you come in, back in the flesh, as a newborn baby crying. You look up, you see a fucked up ass world when you come out your mouth. Nothing but demons. That's the first thing you come into this world, you see is demons, man. Fucking doctors and nurses running around. It's the first thing you see, man. Woman ruling. You just see demonic entities, man, everywhere. Then you see your parents, right? Then nowadays, your parents gonna have the mom gonna have a thigh tattoo. That's gonna be your first thing. Right? This is a fucked up place, man. Ankle tattoos and shit. Hand tattoos, arm tattoos. So, man, we gotta get the hell up out of here. It's blessed not to have children in this place. It's a blessing, man. A time to be born and a time to die. So, it's a season, a time to die, man. It's gonna be great death like no other time in history on the earth, man. All right, unprecedented. All right, never seen or heard before on the earth, man. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, man. A time to kill, and that's the time we about to enter into hunting season, man. Man, the Lord about to get spiritual power, man. All right. To defend ourselves and our people in the time of Jacob's trouble, when this so-called white man comes in as a flood, man, with his troops and super soldiers and so forth. And the time to heal. Hey, we're in the time of healing now. Waking up knowing you're Israelite, man. Truth and sincerity is healing, man. All right. Time to break down and a time to build up, man. And the society's being breaking down at the same time. The house of David is being built up. A time to weep and a time to laugh is a time. Yeah, this basically shows you the life cycle. This that's what I refer to this precept as, man. A life cycle, man. All right. A time to mourn and a time to dance. So you have, times you angry, times you feeling fucked up, and the times you feeling good. Times you down, times you up. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. Time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. All right. A time to get and a time to lose. Time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak, man. A time to love and a time to hate. Showing you can hate Esau, the so-called white man. A time of war and a time of peace. And we're entering into the time of war. We're in a time of war now, and real soon it's going to be a time of... All right, so, yeah, that 1 through 8, man, it's heavy. I ain't got to break that down. That's just straight up, man. And Yahweh is the father of time. Yahweh Shai, too, man. All right. So let me get this last precept, man. Because I believe this is when the Lord was on the cross and he said unto Yahweh Shai, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise, man. All right, so, yeah, this is the time of the cross. So guess what, man? What's paradise? The spirit realm, man. So the young boy ain't think nothing of it. He got up, threw on his Jordans, thinking it was going to be like any other day. Got fresh, got a haircut, shape ups. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go to this birthday party, have fun, and, go back home, play 2K, Grand Theft Auto, whatever, right? He's thinking it's going to be a regular day, but guess what? The Lord basically told him, look, in his dream, because, the angels give us dreams, right? But the certain dream that angel gave him was like, look, today, go to that party. It's going to be your last breath on earth for the time being, and you're gonna be with me in paradise. You're gonna be in paradise today, man. Right. So, hey, man, you Jakes out there, you gotta take heed to the truth, man. We been told you, man. You Israelites, you didn't want to take heed, so now you gotta mourn and weep over your children. So till next time, shalom.